Megan and Robert Hall met in college at the University of Texas in 2010. Robert was a business major, Megan studied interior design. They married young, at 24, with dreams of building a family and a future together. By 2020, they seemed to have it all: a beautiful home in a quiet Dallas suburb, 2 children under 5, and Robert's successful career as a regional manager for a tech company. Megan worked from home, running a small interior decorating business. To outsiders, the Halls were the picture of suburban perfection. But under the surface, Megan's life wasn't as idyllic as it seemed. As Robert climbed the corporate ladder, his hours got longer. Late meetings, weekend conferences, business trips out of state. Megan felt lonely, resentful, forgotten. She'd post curated family photos on Instagram, but in reality, they were spending less time together. She tried to talk to Robert, but he'd brush her off. "It's just a busy season. I'm doing this for us." But busy season became permanent. Megan stopped trying. And one evening, while picking up her son from soccer practice, she met Jason Carter, the new assistant coach. Jason, 35, was everything Robert wasn't: attentive, easygoing, fun. Divorced with no kids, he flirted openly with Megan from the start. By the 3rd week, they were texting late into the night. By the 5th, they were meeting at a cheap motel off the interstate. Megan told herself it was harmless. She was still a good mom, still a good wife, just getting what Robert refused to give. But secrets have a way of unraveling. It was a missed call that first tipped Robert off. Megan left her phone on the kitchen counter while bathing the kids. Jason, red heart, flashed across the screen. Robert stared at it. His heart pounded. When Megan returned, she snatched the phone up quickly. "Wrong number," she said too fast. The next day, Robert installed a tracking app on her phone while she slept. What he saw over the next month confirmed his worst fears: frequent stops at a certain motel, gym sessions that weren't at any gym, a recurring location at Jason's apartment. Robert felt betrayed, furious, and humiliated. But he didn't confront her yet. Instead, Robert confided in his co-worker, Kevin Morales, over drinks. "You don't deserve this, man," Kevin said. "You work your ass off, and she does this?" Kevin leaned in, a bit too eagerly. "You ever think about making it stop?" Robert laughed nervously. "What are you saying?" Kevin lowered his voice. "I know a guy. If you're serious." At first, Robert dismissed it. But over the next week, he couldn't shake the thought. Every time he pictured Megan in Jason's arms, the rage burned hotter. A week later, Kevin handed Robert a burner phone. "His name's Carlos. He's handled stuff for people. Just call if you're ready." Robert stared at the phone for days. On July 12, 2021, Megan texted Jason to meet her at their usual spot. But Jason never showed. His phone went straight to voicemail. That night, police knocked on Megan's door. "Are you Megan Hall?" Jason's body had been found in his car, shot twice in the chest, the vehicle abandoned in an industrial park. Megan collapsed. "Who would do this?" Robert held her as she sobbed. "We'll get through this," he whispered. But inside, he felt cold satisfaction. Jason's death initially looked like a random robbery. But detectives soon found holes: nothing was stolen. His wallet, watch, and phone were untouched. Security cameras showed a suspicious vehicle trailing Jason's car hours before the murder. And when detectives pulled Jason's phone records, they uncovered hundreds of texts between him and Megan, many referencing secret meetups and fears of being caught. Suddenly, Megan wasn't just a grieving lover. She was a suspect. Police wired Megan's phone and had undercover officers pose as friends of Jason seeking justice. During a recorded call, Megan confessed, "I never wanted him dead. I didn't know Robert knew. I didn't know. Oh God, what did he do?" Meanwhile, detectives tracked down Carlos, who turned out to be an undercover cop in a sting operation targeting contract killings. Robert had unknowingly tried to hire a police officer posing as a hitman. On August 1, 2021, both Robert and Megan were arrested. Robert was charged with solicitation of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and attempted murder. Megan faced charges of obstruction of justice, accessory after the fact, and conspiracy. News outlets swarmed their neighborhood. Perfect couple unravels in murder for hire plot, headlines blared. Neighbors were stunned. They seemed like such a normal family, one said. In court, Robert's defense argued temporary insanity fueled by betrayal. Megan's lawyers painted her as a victim of both an affair and an unhinged husband. The prosecution played the recorded call with Carlos and the damning text messages. After a dramatic 2-week trial, Robert was convicted on all counts, sentenced to 35 years in prison. Megan received 5 years probation after a plea deal, citing her cooperation and lack of direct involvement. Megan moved out of state with their children, changing their last names. She rarely speaks publicly but once told a reporter, "I regret the affair. I regret everything. But I never wanted anyone dead." Robert, from prison, has written multiple letters to his children. None have been answered. He couldn't let go of the betrayal, a detective reflected. But instead of walking away, he ruined everything. To this day, locals call it the suburban hitman case. Drop your theory in the comments below. Subscribe for more cold cases that still demand the truth.